Today we're taking a look at these MLB matches, which are happening on Thursday, April 6, 2023, and giving you our team and total picks for today. Welcome back to High Stakes. Before we dive into our video, don't forget to subscribe and to push the notification bell so you don't miss any of our videos. Also check out our Patreon if you want access to our premium picks. Our Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money, and if you are interested in props and parlay picks, check out our new channel High Stakes Props and Parlays, where you can find our player props and parlay picks predictions. You will find the link to our Patreon and to our new channel in the description and comments section below. Boston Red Sox vs Detroit Tigers. Chris Sale did not look good in his opening start of the season against the Orioles. He allowed 3 home runs in 3 innings as Baltimore lit him up. This may be a tough spot for the pitcher as he will meet Detroit in their home opener. The Tigers are coming into the game with confidence after taking 2 games against the Astros. This confidence along with a frustrated Red Sox club could be advantageous for the Tigers. I'll side with the home team. Take the Tigers to cover. The pitching staffs for both teams have been rocked heavily by their opponents in the first week of play. This has the makings of a high-scoring game as the bats will come alive, especially with a depleted bullpen. The Red Sox and Tigers have not had a day off in 6 games. Take the over on Thursday. San Francisco Giants vs Chicago White Sox. The White Sox split their first 6 games, but they're playing well offensively, scoring 13 runs in their last 3 games. They have crushed left-handed pitching and will play well offensively in this game because Wood struggled on the mound last season, especially on the road. He gave up 15 runs in his last 3 road starts and will have a hard time slowing down the White Sox in this game. The Giants split their first 4 games. They are playing well offensively, scoring 19 runs in their last 3 games. Even though they are playing well offensively, they will struggle in this game because Lynn has been dominant in recent starts against them, giving up only 2 runs in his last 4 starts against them, so go with Chicago to cover the spread. While the total for the first 2 games of this series went over, I am leaning towards the under in this game. The Giants have had issues at the dish early this season and in their 5 games have been shut out twice. The runs will not be there in this game facing Lynn. He was decent in his opening start, and last season in the lone one against San Fran, he pitched 6 scoreless innings in a Chicago win. Wood will be okay in his first start of the season, but he and the bullpen will give up some runs. However, with the White Sox giving up few of them behind a strong start from Lynn, it means the under is the pick for this series finale. Take the under 8 runs. Toronto Blue Jays vs Kansas City Royals. Toronto starting pitcher Kevin Gausman suffered a loss in his opening game of the season, but has an ERA of 0.00 after giving up 8 hits across 6 innings in a 4-1 loss to St. Louis that included 3 unearned runs. Toronto has lacked power at the plate thus far, but is putting players on base with the 2nd best batting average and 3rd best on-base percentage, while timely hitting from its sluggers will soon follow. Kansas City on the other hand is 29th in both on-base percentage and slugging percentage and 30th in team batting average. Toronto's sluggers are slowly beginning to produce as Vladimir Guerrero Jr. has a team-high 4 RBI, while Matt Chapman and Dalton Varsho each have 3, and 5 players have 2 RBI apiece, which makes it hard to pitch around hitters in different situations. Our team pick is Toronto Blue Jays. It's hard to endorse any sort of over with the way the Royals have been hitting the ball lately, and with Gausman coming of a 7K performance, he'll be ready to dice up yet another lineup. Lyles has been a decent pitcher under pressure and with runners in scoring position, often getting out of jams. Take the under here, which is 11-4 in the last 15 between these two. Our total pick is under 9 points. Washington Nationals vs Colorado Rockies. Colorado always has a major home field advantage based on the altitude at Coors Field, and this will be its first home game of the season. The Rockies have plenty of powerful bats in their lineup with Bryant, Cron and Charlie Blackmon, which does not bode well for Gray after he looked bad in his first start. Freeland shut down one of the league's best lineups last Friday in San Diego and closed the 2022 campaign with 5.2 innings of 1-run baseball against the Dodgers. The Rockies have an advantage on the mound and at the plate on Thursday afternoon, so I am thrilled to back them at a cheap price, especially with Washington not having the day off on Wednesday. Our team pick is Colorado. taking the over in this matchup for a couple of reasons. First game in Coors on the season and I do expect the ball to be flying. Considering the caliber of both teams starting and relief pitching, I expect this game to be relatively high scoring, with both teams' batting lineups being bound for better production, as both teams have started the season relatively slow. Both teams have split their OU records so far on the season, and the over is very encouraged for this game, with the total being considerably higher than the average on the season. Neither team has the starting or relief pitching to discourage the over, and quite frankly neither team has the defense that proves the total should be lower. In terms of trends, the Rockies have gone over in their past 7 starts at home, with Kyle Freeland on the bump and the total set at 10 or higher. When these teams have faced off in the past, they have gone over in 4 of their past 5 meetings overall, and in 12 of their past 17 meetings in Colorado. For these reasons, I am confident in taking the over for this matchup. Our total pick is over 10.5 points. San Diego Padres vs Atlanta Braves. The Padres have not looked threatening yet this season, going 3-3 against subpar opponents in the Rockies and Diamondbacks. The Braves have been raking at the dish, ranking top 10 in most hitting categories, and scored 16 runs in the 3-game sweep of the Cardinals this week. Padres starter Blake Snell had trouble in his first start, conceding 3 runs in only 4.1 innings. Furthermore, Braves starter Spencer Strider was the best rookie pitcher in the major leagues last year and registered 6 shutout innings against the Nationals in his season debut. He limited the Padres to just 2 runs in his lone career meeting. Strider was especially difficult to solve at home last season, where he posted a 6-1 record and a stifling 2.17 ERA. Our team pick is Atlanta Braves. The Braves will have Spencer Strider make his second start of the season. Strider was dominant in his opening start, delivering 6 shutout innings against the Nationals, striking out 9 batters in the 7-1 win. The young pitcher almost won Rookie of the Year in 2022 after posting a dazzling 2.67 ERA and a 0.99 WHIP, accompanied by an 11-5 record in 131.2 innings pitched. He posted a 13.81 K/9 ratio. The right-hander conceded 2 runs in 4.2 innings in his only meeting against the Padres last season. Blake Snell will make his second outing of the season to begin the series. Snell wasn't at his best in his season debut, conceding 3 runs in just 4.1 innings against the Rockies, but did collect 9 Ks in a 7-2 defeat. The veteran southpaw had one of the better seasons of his career last year, reporting a 3.38 ERA and a 1.20 WHIP, accompanied by an 8-10 record in 128 innings of action. That 3.38 ERA marked the 3rd best of his career. Snell did not pitch against the Braves last season and allowed only 1 run in 6.1 innings in his lone career meeting against them. Our total pick is over. Los Angeles Dodgers vs Arizona Diamondbacks. This is a rematch of the March 31 game that saw May toss 7 shutout innings, only to see his bullpen blow the game in the 8th. He was magnificent in that game. Kelly only lasted 3.2 innings in that game, allowing 3 hits and 4 walks before he left. The bullpen was incredible, allowing 1 run in 5.1 innings. Dre Jameson allowed a run on 2 hits in 4 innings to earn the win. There is no reason to think that this game will not be a close one as well. Kelly had his struggles but made pitches when he needed them, and his bullpen is good enough to deliver another solid performance. May was fantastic, so this is going to be a close game once again. Look for the repeat as the Dodgers bullpen blows it late and Arizona wins. The Arizona Diamondbacks beat San Diego on Tuesday, 8-6, splitting their 2-game series. Arizona opened the season by splitting 4 games in Los Angeles. That included winning their 2 games of the series by identical 2-1 scores. Now Arizona heads home where they will play their first game of the season with a 4-game series against the Dodgers. The Diamondbacks found themselves trailing 5-1 after 5, but rallied for 3 in the 6th and added 4 more in the 8th to earn the victory. Josh Rojas had 3 hits and drove in 2, and Geraldo Perdomo had an interesting day, going 1-1 with 3 runs scored and 3 RBI. Arizona is only hitting .224 as a team with 4 homers. Our total pick is over.